Do I have to do the fancy jiu-jitsu in order for me to be good at it? The answer is no. Listen, do I know how to do berimbolo? Absolutely. Do I use it? No, I don't. My jiu-jitsu, personal me, my jiu-jitsu is simple. I love pressure passing. I love open guard. I love half guard. Do I know all the other avenues of jiu-jitsu? Yes, I do. That does not mean that I use them on daily basis. See, the beauty behind jiu-jitsu is that it gives us the diversity of the movements. It's a large variety of positions. It's a large variety of systems and different flavors of each of the systems, which essentially gives all the students around the world, everywhere, the ability to pick and choose. What sucks about all of this is that we don't have enough time in a day to really practice all of it. So we need to narrow this down and focus on specific things. This is why people specialize in certain things. You have guys who are phenomenal with half guard. You have guys who are phenomenal deep half guard. You have some guys who are phenomenal spider guard, sit-up guard, X guard, and then, different styles of passing. You have pressure passing, dynamic passing, all that kind of separates. And people, as you go, and people start focusing on these things, specific systems, as they go through their journey. Typically, somewhere around purple belt, you start noticing preferences, things that work for you, things that don't work for you. You start gravitate towards a certain flavors. You have perhaps watched certain people compete and you're trying to mimic them. All that is happening few years into your journey once you have a core understanding what jiu-jitsu is and how it works. But the moment that skill is beginning to be built, this is where you have beautiful opportunity to really evolve and start to become an expert. An expert, I don't mean expert that you know everything, because that's what an expert is, at least not in my mind. Expert is someone who is phenomenal at one thing, something that in this area they go above and beyond of the average, right? So many purple belts or up, they specialize in certain things. You have some guys who are phenomenal with leg locks. You have some guys who are phenomenal spider guard, X guard, dynamic passing, or perhaps a smash passing, or perhaps side control. Whatever the case might be, this is where we start developing these flavors. We have our own ways of doing things. So when you're starting your journey, so pre-purple belt, you're white or perhaps blue, you're going through these things. No, in my opinion, you do not need to know all the fancy stuff. Matter of fact, I would encourage you not to learn any of that until later on. Focus on basics. Many instructors say that. Focus on basics. Be technical. Understand mechanics, understand balance, understand gravity, see how it works, and really start incorporating the core base of jiu-jitsu, and then layer right on top of it things that you really, really, really want to learn. Because jiu-jitsu is so large as far as the amount of positions, transitions, submissions, and systems, it's very difficult for us to get this core base of jiu-jitsu in a very short period of time. This is why many students devote a year, 2, 3, into building this core of Brazilian jiu-jitsu. They have the basics. A lot of instructors focus on basics because they want the students to really establish this base upon which we're going to be able to build the jiu-jitsu in the future. So, do you need to know it? Absolutely not. Is it fun? Yes. And that's the dangerous part. I think the flashy stuff, the dynamic stuff, all the things that we see on social media is fun. It's fun. It's fun to try. Be cautious with it. You have only X amount of time to train. If you focus on that, you won't be focusing on something else. It's a trade. Remember, whatever you invest your time in, that's where your focus will go, and that's where you will continue growing. So be cautious. Be cautious on that. But no matter what, keep on training, and I will see you on the mat. Peace.